Turn me up, son. Yeah.
5-star bitches send me ETA. 5-star nigga like a GTA.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the world famous Do Work Podcast. I am your host, Scientifics, and this is episode 16. This week we got a new thing coming up. We got sponsors, so we got to give a shout out to Red Eye Company for the freshly baked tea. We got my man a meditator shirt over there. We're probably gonna hook him up with, and then shout out to the Red Eye Industries for what we're gonna be smoking on today. So we got a little bit of org candy, which is a sativa or indica hybrid, and then we got some amnesia kush, which is a sativa hybrid. So I'll probably be smoking on that ogre candy, so I'm gonna twist up one of those today. But shout out to our sponsors. During the break, you'll be able to see the logo and everything else. And check it out.
Word.
So you'll see this pop up during the break. We'll have a small commercial for them. You guys will get a chance to get the information if you feel like ordering anything, from flowers to concentrates, drinks, all the whole nine. Everything will be on the menu, so check it out. And if you feel like getting some merch, there's about 8 new designs that we just dropped. I just helped design them, so you know what it is. So check them out, cop one, get yourself something nice. I'm gonna roll up some of this ogre candy, you know what I mean? But yeah, with that being said, episode 16. Every week I have a special guest. Last couple of weeks, we had a couple of guests on at the same time. Prior to that, we had Brandon Freeman, who did our first performance of the year. But this week, we got another special guest. We got a new album dropping. He's got many albums that he's done. The man does visuals. He does video. He does roller skate, roller derby. He two-time All-Pro champion in thumb wrestling. You got to get my man some props for that. But everybody make some noise. Put a big hand together for my man, Otis Reed. Bam, 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 bam.
Thanks for having me, bro.
So it's popping with you. Got the new GOATIS coming out. I see that.
It's out already.
So it's all platforms. Check it. I was listening to it on iTunes this weekend. Slapping. Yeah. I'm excited, bro. What number is this of all the projects?
I don't even count, bro. I don't even know.
Probably like 7, 8, something like that.
I guess kind of everything I've ever done, like group wise and everything. Or solo, maybe 5, 6.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. And if you guys have checked any of his other catalog, all the albums that he's dropped always have great visuals. The concepts of the videos are good. They go with what he's actually portraying, and because you do visuals yourself, so you got a good directorial mind state. I was actually in one of his videos.
Yeah, he got shot.
I got shot by Halo. I'm still looking for you for that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. We researched the explosion of the blood, the caliber of the gun, which way should we fall. Like, it was really a lot of detail into it, so it was a good look.
Yeah.
So if you checked any of his earlier works, you know that he has a lot of great visuals. So I'm sure this one's about to have some visuals on it that'll be crazy.
Yeah, I already got a couple visuals for it, but yeah, definitely. I wanna work with some new videographers though this time to help me out.
Yeah.
You know,
get some visual ideas more and like try to build on the actual cinematics.
I just want to get it. You know what I mean? I just want to be a part of it this time. I don't want to be because it's draining to do it all on your own.
Oh yeah, you're wearing all the hats.
Yeah.
Right here for the one time.
I ain't gonna lie, this music's throwing me off.
So let everybody know kind of, who you are, what you do. I know I'm tapping on it as I'm explaining it to them, but let them know what it is, what you do, who you are, and how you got into the game.
So I got into what game? The music game or?
Industry and entertainment in general. Like, started doing music first, I know that. But
yeah, then, I started doing music, and then I started making beats because we wasn't getting enough beats in our rap group, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then after that, I started making videos because I was tired of getting on the videographer's nerves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it all came off necessity, really.
And what year did you start?
Making music, 2003.
Okay. So it's like right out of high school?
In high school?
Oh, in high school.
Yeah, I was like 15.
In 2000, you're a lot younger than me.
How old are you?
I'm doing the math. I just turned 43 this year.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Grandfather, father, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Right.
Out here.
Yeah. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that.
Man. No, my oldest is 24. She's in medical school, and my granddaughter's 4 years old.
Damn, dude. So your granddaughter is the same age as my son.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, and
But I mean, it's just timing, right? Because like I started having my kids, I guess, late in some people's eyes, I guess.
okay.
I mean, not late, like 26 when I had my first son.
That seems about right. I mean, if you do like a college career and all that other shit, you got situated and got out.
I definitely didn't do a college career, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, timeline of life.
Yeah. Well, so in my growing up, in my estimation, I mean, a lot of people I know didn't do college, so we was all doing instead of trying to become a doctor in that time period, we was trying to become rappers.
Okay.
Same long shot though, because most people that try to become a doctor don't.
Right. You drop out of medical school.
And see, nobody says that. Nobody says that, right? They don't be like, oh, don't be a doctor because nobody makes it.
You know how hard it is to be a doctor?
You know, like,
it's going to take you 20 years.
It's just, hey, think about it.
That and lawyers.
You know how many kids say they're going to be doctors or lawyers as kids, and then no parent ever says, well, don't think about that.
It's too hard. Don't do it.
But music, it's like,
you'll never make it.
Don't do it.
It's too hard. Like, you know,
like we actually don't need more doctors and lawyers. We got enough doctors and lawyers. Right? Be a rapper.
Be a musician. Follow your dreams. Yeah,
follow your dreams. Nah, that's the problem with millennials. Too much of us following our dreams.
Everybody thinks they can do it. I can do that. I Googled it. I watched it on YouTube.
My kids are hippies.
Damn, that's still though. So high school, like, you know, music kind of started to pick up. Were you guys? Because I know. Okay, so let's start with. You guys started off in Section 8.
Section 8, yeah.
The group itself, did that form during those years in high school?
Yeah, that's how. It's weird how shit. I was just having a conversation with my cousin about this shit. Like how shit falls together.
Yeah. Or
how the universe brings people together, right? Like it's literally with your mind. Well, I don't know. Sometimes your mind can breathe like you can say you want to be successful, you never become successful, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
But like it'll set you up in the direction to be successful, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you start placing yourself in those scenarios.
Yeah, so like I think always in the back of my mind before I started writing rhymes and actually recording, it's like me and my brother TA, we used to freestyle and shit since we were kids, like on
shout
tape
out
and
TA.
shit. So I mean, I guess technically you could say I've been rapping my whole life, but like recording music, I started in 2003. You know what I mean? So 20 years now, but exactly 20 years.
Right.
But you know, the way that shit came together was making a concerted effort to record. And then all of a sudden, one day, my grandma's like, "We're going to a family reunion. Your cousin Sam is gonna be there. He raps now. He performed at the Fresno Fair.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I was like, Sam, like, which is y'all. Some people may know him. His name is Fashion or whatever. But I was like, what? And then so when I saw him at the family reunion,
I like how you brushed over that. You might know him as Fashion, but
whatever. Nah, some people, I don't know. Some people may know him. Some
Santiago or Fashion, whatever.
Well, and that's even funny. We called him Sam, but his name is Sam.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah.
Yeah,
called him Sam.
We used to call him Sam. Other people used to call him Sam.
Hey, sandwiches.
Yeah, Sam. But he was like dressed like in a fucking 76ers throwback. Shit, I just assumed he was gonna rap like some like Lil Zane type shit. Like, he was like
Fabulous or something.
Yeah, or not even. I didn't even think Fabulous. Like I don't know. He's performing at the Fresno Fair. Like I don't know. Like And we were young, so like you know you think about like first mind. I don't know why my first mind went to like Bow Wow, Lil Zane or something.
And we opened up for Bow Wow at the fair, so
something like that. Like and then like so I'm like you know thinking I'm you know fucking dope and shit. I rap with all my raps got ATION in it, elevation, subjugation. I'm thinking I'm the greatest rapper ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's a foregone conclusion that I'm just gonna be out of here.
Yeah, we good. No, we straight. I got all the Asians. We good.
So I heard him rap and shit, and then he raps like some shit like on some like shit, like from the perspective of a slave, like.
Yeah,
he's 14. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, like I'm not good enough. I was like, damn, I'm not good. I've never met a rapper my age that can do this. But then you gotta understand too, like from the time period when you thought like everybody's still looking at it like, oh, young rapper. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what I mean? So everybody like, oh, I'm good for my age.
Yeah.
I'm dope for my age. Oh, who my age can do this type
But
shit.
never really like as a rapper total, you're just
I'm just thinking I'm 15, I'm rapping like this. Like
I got it.
Yeah. And then he rapped that shit and I was like, oh shit. I don't even want to like but luckily he was fucking with me and he put me in this group, Section 8, and yeah, then we just started rocking.
And Section 8 consisted of you, him.
Me at the time it was me, him, and his boy Seiko, which some guy he taught to rap. Like his Mexican homie, he just taught him to rap. Like that's how good Vashon was.
Yeah.
He taught some kid to rap.
Look, this is how you do it.
Yeah, he taught him to rap. Like and then also Pay-Per-View Kid. And that was Section 8 at the time.
Shout out Pay-Per-View. I just seen him
Me and
today.
the Pay-Per-View Kid, we battled over the phone type shit. Like that's how the
AOL Messenger?
over the phone.
Hey, shout out to Pay-Per-View. I just saw you
AOL
this past
Messenger,
week.
that might be ahead of my time. I never had AOL Messenger.
A few years before that, yeah. So it was like 99, 2000, 2001.
Word.
And it was like they had GeoCity. Google had GeoCities, and it was basically like chat rooms where you can go in there and everybody had microphones. I mean, you could type, but like if you wanted to holler at somebody like, hey, bro, what's up? You want to battle? And then you turn on their mic, play a beat, rap, and then they would rap back. You know,
word. Yeah, nah, for sure. I definitely had an AOL email for sure at one point, but yeah, I never had a messenger.
That's crazy. So yeah, so then Section 8 starts, and you guys put together the first mixtape. I got it because Gary's mom was in Kerman at the Shell station, and my mom was at the Shell station putting in gas. And my mom heard it and goes, "Hey, I like that. My son raps."
Who's Gary?
Shout out to Omar Aura. But yeah, so his mom was there getting gas. My mom was getting gas, and she was like, "Oh, I like that. My son raps." And she was like, "Really? My son raps. This is my son right here." And so they exchanged, you know, while my mom bought the CD and brought it to me. And she was like, "Have you heard of these guys?" And I was like,
"Wait, think about that though." So like, and that wasn't our first mixtape. That was the first one that like
got out.
People like, cause I don't know. We had a mixtape called For the People, which was like we would hand out. But that was our first mixtape out of high school. But you got to think about that though, like, cause we did that mixtape like a 05, so we were probably 18 at that point, and you had to be like, so that means you had to be like in your 20s.
Yeah, I was in my 20s, like 24, 25.
Yeah, so your mom was like supporting you like that.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh yeah, my son raps."
That's fucking.
Oh yeah, my mom's been behind me 1,000. Shout out to moms. Yeah,
that's dope though. Like, you know what I mean?
And then cops.
My mom would have never. My mom supported me all the time. My mom, like 25 years old though, my mom was like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
Get your shit together, bro.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I was in like sound engineering school at the moment. So that's why. Yeah, and then also it was dope of her to just reach out and purchase the CD from Omar's mom and be like, "Hey, I'll support the cause. How much is it? $5.10?"
It's dope that Omar's mom was selling the shit too. Like I never knew that.
I don't even know if she was really selling them. She might have just had an extra one and just my mom copped it. But
yeah,
my mom
that's
copped it.
Dope.
So shout out to moms and moms.
Yeah,
Omar, I don't even think I've ever told him that.
Word.
That's how I got the album. I still have it though. I think it's on my hard drive somewhere.
Word. Y'all got a Reckless? I need that.
Yeah, I got that. It has the walking down the street.
Yeah, you told me that.
Story, that shit was fire, bro.
See that project, I produced 8 of the 13 tracks on there because that's what I was saying. Like me, like making beats. That's when I started making beats.
Okay.
Because of that.
I remember when you were making the Mind Activation album.
Right.
You had your iPad.
Yeah, I was making beats.
Everything was on
That's probably one of the last projects that I was that hands-on on because, man, once me and Jukebox started rocking, it was like, man, like, yo, he like, man.
The missing piece. He got the idea of what your beat sound was and everything.
Right. Well, and like a couple of the songs that he produced on Mind Activation, I made them already. Like Gunshots and Fireworks was a full song already. I made it, and then he just flipped the sample and like, yo, check this out. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Let's run with that one.
You got it. Yeah. You got this.
My bad.
Yeah, like
no, that's tight though, because coming across that sound, especially when you're making your own beats, and another producer's like, "Oh, I've heard your music. I like your shit. I got some ideas for you, but also take what you have and go, I think it should sound like this." And you're like, "That's the sound I was thinking."
Well, that's the point of taking it to the next level. That's why Z was saying when I said earlier that I wanna work with other videographers because like, yes, I know how to do it, but like, I want to just do it. I want people to do what I do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, take my ideas and do it the best way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't have the best camera, so I want to highlight homie that shot my the homie that shot my video for Shine. I View Different. Ben. He shot that video with a red camera. Don't have a red camera. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a fat ass camera, bro.
You know what I mean? And he actually just shot that like with his own ideas. Now, next time when I have my own ideas and I want to shoot, I want him to be able to fully do it. You know what I mean? With my ideas though.
Storyboard it down for him.
Yeah. The same way I did with music, the same transition, which is the same shit I want to do. Want to eventually do with directing. When you know, I obviously right now I need all the money I can get, so I'm taking over that whole workload.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to shooting a movie, like I shot a movie with Diego Red. He directed it, but I shot the whole thing, edited the whole thing. Like I want to hire people or have a team to do that. But I have to do it all by myself first so people can see that. No, I've been doing this on my own. You can be a part of this team and be a part of this success if you want. You know what I mean? But you're not needed. You know what I mean? At this point, like you want it, and I know you're dope, but you're not needed at this point. I can do it on my own if I have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's dope because out of necessity, you created that. I know exactly what I want and how to get it done. But if you know how to do it, I can show you what I want, and you can get it done.
Right.
And I don't.
And
have
I'm
to
sure
worry
you. And I see. And that's like I know people's strong points. Right. Like people in the city when I see like I'll never say that. Visually, my shit's better than someone like BC, right? Or like iView, like they're those two people, right?
Yeah.
Like in TME, they're dope too. Like, I think me and TME is probably neck and neck when it comes to like how the quality of the visual is.
Okay.
But they have another strong point. Like they're good at the drone shots.
Their drone game is crazy.
So they have their strengths and shit. Everybody has their strengths and shit. Like when it comes to me and BC, his shit's visually better and his lighting is dope and everything. But I don't know if he has better ideas than me. You know what I mean? Like or. You know what I mean? So
cinematically, how you want to approach it.
Yeah. So everybody has their strengths. Now, if I was to hire someone like BC, I know what his strengths are, and I know what I need from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly what I'm asking you for.
Yeah. And same with like TME and all these people. They're all dope. We have a lot of talent out here. You know,
well, if you ever need a sound design guy or somebody to help with
sound,
too,
definitely. And that too, like shit. The way you set this shit up like this. I could have used a sound guy when I shot the movie for Diego Trap House. Yeah. Which just got picked up on Amazon Prime.
Check it out.
So it's not coming out yet, but we don't have a date yet, but it got picked up. It's going to be on Amazon Prime and it's going to be on Tubi.
Well, yeah. Shout out to that. Bam.
Yeah.
Congratulations to that. My guy's doing big things. You know what I mean? We got movies on the fucking agenda and on platforms.
Yeah, bro. I will win a movie in a year, bro. Like,
hard work pays off, dude. Seriously. Like a lot of the times I think that because everything is so instant now that if you don't see the result quickly, people try to not tend to give up, but the drive doesn't continue as hard as it was in the beginning.
Right.
And it's good to see that, people getting their payoff when they are and saying, it took me 10 years. It took me, 5 years. It took this amount of time.
20 years.
Of learning everything. Exactly. And learning everything that I felt I was going to need to know. So when I got in the room with these people, I knew what I was talking about. But I also had a great direction on what I wanted to do initially. So when you see visuals or you hear a song, you're like, I know what I can see. I can see the video in my head already.
Right.
And if I hear someone's concept as an engineer, I go, I know exactly what you're talking about. That effect with this and that, boom, boom, yeah. Also, let's go with, and then it helps exaggerate the idea. So over years and years of learning that, to have the payoff is really great because you guys got the movies out now. You guys got things that are coming out. I'm sure that not only just your recognition on your music, but the fact that, the work is going to pick up in a way that people are going to start respecting the skill and asking by name, no, I want the dude that shot, or I want the guy that helped direct, or even just curating projects, you know what I mean? Putting together a project for somebody. Right. The way Fash kind of just did your brother's album. Being able to sit down with another artist and just curate, maybe executive producer or whatever, because you've done so many. And you'd be like, no, let's speak this, and then you're working with Jukebox who can give you a sound too. So, after years of getting it understand, it's great to see the payoff.
Right.
It's great to see the payoff.
Thank you.
That's dope. So yeah,
It's great to live the payoff.
Right?
And but it isn't. I mean, it's nowhere near where it should be, like fiscally. But that it comes to time. Like,
but the acknowledgement and the build of reputation.
Oh yeah,
is like gonna get you that amount that when you ask for that larger amount, that payday is gonna be exactly what it should be, because your skill and your reputation has gotten you to that door.
Right.
So it's like I do deserve $1 million for the contract.
Right.
And, not just like, man, I'm hoping I get and then we'll see if I can, get it off and stress about trying to make the project look exactly like, no, this is exactly what you guys wanted. You guys got this. We're good.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, hey, that's dope. So 20 years of putting in work. Yeah. And then the new album just dropped. So any features or anything like that you have on this particular project that is like somebody you haven't worked with yet? Or, I mean, just features in general, but anybody you haven't worked with yet?
I guess like a lot of people that I worked with already is on it. This girl, Triana Feruza, she's dope. From Santa Cruz, she's dope. I worked with her. K Fisher, this is the second collab we did. I was on his project. We basically did an exchange.
Okay. I
got on his project and he got on mine. And new. I mean, me and A Plus is on my project. A Plus, the kid from GCM.
Okay.
We worked together years ago, but it was our first time working in a long time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the usual people on my shit. You know what I'm saying? I had Carl on one of my shits before. Me and Carl.
Shout out Carl.
Before. My brother, TA, Fashion, Omar, Halo, same people.
Yeah. I think I played the song that you and him did on the radio show when I had my last kind of podcast.
Who?
The you and Carl.
Oh shit, Hell's Kitchen?
Yeah. I played that song on that. That shit was dope.
Word, thank you.
So yeah, I listened to all the projects actually this weekend. I was telling you off air before we got on. Bravinator 1, Bravinator 2. You're like, how do I find them? I was like, well, I had them on DatPiff before. If you guys don't know, DatPiff shut down. So if you had mixtapes, that was a place to go get mixtapes for you. It's gone. It don't exist no more.
I can't even find so the only Section 8 shit is gone. That
was
one
on there?
project we had,
yeah. And I think that's where I got all of Fash's earlier stuff too, was off DatPiff.
Shit.
And all the graphic stuff. Shout out to Graphic, Omar. So yeah, it was like I got all those, listened to them this weekend, and it was like really taking me back to, I remember when you were battling at FTK.
Word.
And I remember when they were doing them in the parks a couple of times. And I remember like just seeing the buildup of Grizzly City kind of forming as like a name, as a staple, the city being called that, and then how you guys were literally in the forefront of putting it on. Because Fash had the Windows thing at FTK, the whole Osiris, was that what it was?
Osiris, maybe.
The sponsorship?
That was Orisu.
Okay, Orisu, yeah. So you had that in the window, but you guys were there all the time, like always performing, and they were throwing the battles. Shout out to Absurd and Sam for throwing the battles.
Shout out to Sam, he did my hat.
Oh shit, got the GOATIS. Do you have those available?
These aren't available, but we got another run we're gonna do we're gonna do like a pop-up at FCK June.
Yeah, I love that you always come with a good merch line with what you drop. Like the hats, the king hats were always there. I've seen a lot of people rocking that king hat. A lot of people.
I made some money on that for sure. But that's the cool thing about and I think that's the thing that the payoff from the music shit. Like it's like, yeah, we don't get paid much off the music, but then the merch, and then me as a director, that's what I do for a living. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And but also it looks dope because it plays a lot too as an artist. People have a fan base, and you can not necessarily be living off of your music, but your fans are supporting what you do, so you have a source of income. But it's good to see an artist put a stamp on the city and have the fans wearing it as their fashion, as their daily. To where you're adding to the trend and the culture without having to be trendy. Like you're not trying, this is gonna hit them, and then I'm gonna do thing. No, if it takes off, it takes off. And everybody that makes any sort of merch or fashion knows that. It's just.
And then you got to do something that obviously that people could see, that people will see somewhere else and be like every time I just wear my shit out in LA. LA is the known for those people that just wear. They
probably thought it was a LeBron James ad or something. Huh?
Yeah, the word. No, they got their own. Everybody makes their own fashion line and shit in LA.
Yeah.
So like, motherfuckers saw that. Hey, like, yo, where'd you get that from? They're like, oh, it's mine. It wasn't surprising them. They're like, oh yeah, we're. How can I find it? How can I follow you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, that's the cool thing about like making something that's dope enough where people don't know nothing about Grizzly City or anything,
or even that you're a musician
or nothing. But they were like, that hat's dope. Mm-hmm. So they fuck with it.
So I like this one. I like the Adidas GOATIS.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a play on the Gucci Adidas line that they did.
The collab they did. Yeah. That's dope. That's what I'm saying. It's always something that you have that comes with the album that people can take away from, besides the music and the visuals. Like, you can rock the shit and be like, you know what's up. You don't just got a king hat and didn't hear the album.
Oh yeah.
Or you just don't have something that you've brought out and then not heard the project that it attended to. So that's dope though, because it's like a mainstay. It's like when you drop something, we got something new to wear.
Right.
And it's a part of the Fresno look, because Fresno will support it if it's dope.
Right.
And when Fash dropped the new hats too, them shit sold out quick.
Hell yeah.
So it's good to see, people bringing out lines that really work in the city, and also being a part of the actual hip hop culture, and because you've been around since you were in it. So it's like, as an adult male, you have so much knowledge of the city itself. You've been there, you've done that kind of vibe, but also what the people need, because you're still in the streets, not like in the streets, but you outside. You're still working. You're still in the industry. You're still in the nightlife. Still working with new artists. You're still dropping projects. So you're still aware of what is going on.
Yeah.
And be able to give back to that, to where people are hey, good looking out for that design. I'm rocking that. You know what I mean? I need a new hat. That's dope to have. So with this one, is it just this design, or do you have other?
This is a design for sure. Like, I was just talking to your people though, with Red Eye. Like, we might do the shirt with the album cover.
Yeah.
So
collabing with it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Always shaking and.
I designed this one right here. All of those, I designed them all.
Word, that's word. It's always dope, shaking and moving and, meeting up with people that, that's forward thinking.
And it's about, like, for me too, it's progression on just my own personal desires. So making clothes over the last 2 years, ironically, is what I got into. Right. I made them in high school, and it was just fabricating, like taking the sleeves off something else.
Yeah.
The jeans, the bell bottoms that people are making now, we're making them in high school, but we were breakdancing, so underneath were like our track pants. And so we take the big floppy pants off and break and then put those on. So I would cut like a piece, make them flares or whatever. So I was always altering clothes just for fun. Then when I started designing it, it was completely different, because it's like, it's not just placing an image on something. It's how does this work with the color wave? How does this background work with this forward? What color should really dominate? What are we going with the color wave? Are we going lights? And learning the color wheel, and understanding it better. Because I've done art, but now it's applying it to wearing, so it's different.
Hell yeah!
So it's good to learn all this stuff and then come across people who are doing fashion and always kind of had a sense of, when you drop something, like knowing what you wanted personally.
Right.
But I learned it on the low, because it was just like, I just want to get back to just rocking my own shit. I don't want to really buy anything. I'll support other people, but like going out and buying brands and shit like that, I want to just design something I wanted. That's like underneath the 2-year process, you pick up kind of like what you wanted to do. And I'm sure with the album and the project, it took like a minute to put back together, because you said in the album had a year of writer block.
Well, that and like, I don't know, like, it's the I only move when I'm motivated type shit. I was going through a whole like crazy ass. Went through my divorce and went straight into a toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's taxing on my mind. But I did put out a project during that relationship, Euphoria, which is probably still it's one of my best projects. But is
that the one that has Weekend Father on it, or Stepdad Father?
You talking about Grandfathers? Grandfathers, that came out like 2017.
The video where you're in the basketball court.
Yeah, that was like a while. That came out 2017, 2016 era, whatever. But like 2020, I did Euphoria, and then I just shot a video for damn near every song on that project. It was 10 tracks. Yeah, but I forgot where I was going with that.
Talking about toxic relationships.
Oh yeah, having writer's block and not being in a good space mentally.
Yeah.
But then also too, I've always been that type of person that like, you know, when I was 16 and 15, like when I first started like writing this shit, yeah, like I had like a whole U-Haul box full of rhymes. Like, you know what I mean? Books and paper, just loose papers and shit. You know, I don't have that anymore. I just write when I'm motivated to write. If a beat takes me. But it took me, like, I used to not write to beats. I used to just have verses, and if it matched the beat, there we go. Like, and then once I evolved into a musician, I guess, like being able to produce and like come up with the beat, like I don't write like that anymore. I gotta be moved by the beat, and if I'm not in the right headspace and the beat's not there, then it ain't happening. You know what I mean? No matter how dope the beat is, if I can't see the vision for it, the song writes itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a lot of times, like shit, there's been times like the song like Hell's Kitchen you talked about with Carl. That beat, I had it for like a year. That was like one of the first songs I did with AM3, the producer.
Okay.
So like he had hit me up. I met him through my boy Steven. Bustamante. Shout out to him. He helped me do the sound actually on the movie. But he linked me up with AM3, and then AM3 played a bunch of beats. I picked that one and a couple other beats. I think No Homo Sapien. And the dude was like, yo, man, you're not gonna mess with my beats and and then like just when I was in the right headspace, I just started writing to it one day, and I hit him up like, yo, is that beat still available? Luckily it was, and there it was. I think he thought I was a bullshitter though before that. You know what I mean?
Kind of lagging on him for no reason.
Yeah, it's like, nah, I don't know.
I mean, it is a common thing, so it's understandable to kind of perceive that as a producer. If you gave somebody a beat and then a year later they hit you back and was like, yo, what's up with that beat? Can I still rock on that?
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, what the fuck? It was yours.
Well, yeah, I mean, he could have gave it to somebody else. Like, we never worked before.
Yeah.
That was our first time working together, you know, so it could have been like, and then the song could have never got done, you know? So,
yeah.
Luckily, you know, AM3 is such a dope producer. I'm surprised more people don't fuck with him. You know what I mean? The right person's gonna fuck with him, and he ain't gonna fuck with me no more.
No, but is he out there like that? Like, is he really promoting himself or pushing out or trying to get on projects, or is it just kind of like?
That's the thing. Like, as a producer, you shouldn't have to, man. Like, your work speaks for itself.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, is it like?
He's in the studio with people like shit. I mean, I've got him in the studio with Ash and shit like that. I just think, you know, I don't know. It's a timing thing, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you, to be real with you.
It's one of those moments too. I feel like there's a lot of producers that kind of get their shine when you said the right person works with them, and everybody wants to hear more of a particular
that type of shit.
Wave.
Yeah. I'm sure, like,
he's gonna find somebody and not fuck with me.
Nah, for real. I already know. Well, because like he sends me so much shit, and it's still the same. Like, I don't really meet. Like, as much as we work together, he sent me 10 times as much beats as we've done. You know what I mean? That motherfucker works. He works hard. He's always and I my hats off to people that can just stay creative like that, man. Like. I can't really. My mind doesn't like that. It has to be a perfect storm for me.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, well, you know what? We're gonna take a little break, and we'll come back in a minute. Get you another drink. I'm gonna get me another drink. You guys take a break. Go ahead, get yourself whatever you need to do, and we'll be back. This is the world famous Do Work podcast. See you in a second.
Word.
What up, everybody? It's your man Scientifics, here to tell you about our new sponsor, Red Eye Industries. RedEyeIndustries.com is the place to go to find all of our merch, tinctures, flowers, wax, drinks, and anything you may need for your medical uses. That's right, www.redeyeindustries.com. And tell them your man Science sent you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We back at the world famous Do Work podcast. I am your host, Scientifics, here with my man Otis Reed. Took a little break, got back in a little something. So, we met and let's get to when we met. So let's start with, what was it, 2012? 2012, 2013?
No, you know, probably, it was before that. It was 2011 because 2011 is when the California Galaxy project got finished.
Okay, yeah, so it was like a February of that year. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I came in and mixed Not Another Word first, just for the video.
Yeah.
And
then shit, it might have been 2012 because that was the last song we did for the project.
Okay, so yeah, February 2012. I came in. I actually was just there.
Was it right before South by Southwest?
Yeah, that's how you guys went with it. Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah.
Because Stump was in town. I had just got out of the hospital, and Stump wanted to check out money and see what's up. So he's like, I'm at my boy Mike's house. You remember Mike? And I'm like, yeah, I know Mike. Shout out to Mike LMC. And I just pulled up just to say what's up and, you know, chill out, maybe smoke one and chill.
Right.
And then he mentioned to Mike, he's like, hey, Science is a sound engineer. Like, you want him to, and he's like, oh man, yeah, please. Can you check it out and mix it real quick? Because the video comes out like tomorrow or the next day or something like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I got you. So I went in there real quick. I was like, oh yeah, that'll take me like an hour. And he was like, are you serious? I said, yeah. So boom, knocked it out. And then he was like, can you finish off a couple of songs for the whole project? And I was like, well, I can do the whole project in like a week. So that's kind of how like it locked in initially was to just finish that one project.
Yeah.
Which was dope because that whole project was fire, bro.
Yeah, the California Galaxy shit was definitely, I think a turning point for me musically for sure. Yeah.
Because around the way, we just some niggas from around the way.
Yeah. It, doing this shit with Halo for sure had me, it got me ready to start doing my solo shit. You know what I mean? Because like, the year after that, that's when I did my first solo project. You know, and then on, like, shit, I haven't really done any, except for the Grizzly City Boys album, which me and Halo had a big hand in putting that together, you know, in 2015, Grizzly City USA. So like, you know, definitely being with Halo, helped me grow as an artist for sure, like, you know what I mean? So like, even if we never did another California Galaxy project, like the experience I got from like creating music from scratch with him, you know what I'm saying? Like then it was just like, you just never get out of that mode when you get into, when you learn how to really do that shit, you never really get out of that mode of like just creating shit from like, cause you want all the credit. Like, I created this. This is me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're working with producers and shit, like when I work with producers, like, it's not like they're producing the record really. Like, well, with Jukebox, he'll go back and form the whole, I'll do some shit on his shit, and he'll go back and form the whole shit around it. So, like, that's different. But, like, for the most part, when I work with people, there's nobody producing me. You know what I mean? They make a beat and, like, so I would say like Jukebox is the only person that produces me. You know what I mean? Like
gives you the direction with the song.
Not even gives me direction. Like he redirects the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'll get on his beat and have my whole vision for it, do my thing, and then he'll be like, yo, send me the acapella and completely take it to a whole nother level. Which is like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? And no knock on the other producers I work with, but just the chemistry that we got, like Jukebox does that type of shit.
He's your alchemist. When you do an album with Alchemist or you do an album with like certain producers, like you kind of just get into a mode with them. And you're right about the creating with Halo thing, because right after you guys did California Galaxy, me and him did Electric Lady Dreamland 2, Mo Better Blues, the Good Boy album, and another project within like 4 months. Like and I'm sure there's probably like another 100 songs that never got released that were just there.
Yeah, he was working.
And
that like, time period.
And it literally was that mode. It was, we woke up, he said, hey, he's mumbling around the house with the iPad, and then we just start from whatever beat he has, and I start adding shit, and he starts doing things, and by the evening, we've made 5 songs. Then by 2 or 3 in the morning, we're knocking out brand new shit. He's like, yo, let's just make something right now. All right, cool, let's do that. And then we'll just track it and go back to it. So yeah, I can understand how that kind of started the process of you being super into your mode of creation as a solo artist. Especially sitting next to him, and it's just like, oh, we got that idea out? Okay, next one then. All right. And they're hitting, you know what I mean? The shots are hitting.
And me and Halo, we had already been like, creating shit from scratch before, but like that album was the only time like where we just did it. We just sat down and did it, like fully did it. You know what I'm saying?
Was that the first time you had a 100% direction on the videos? Like when Cal came in and you were like, okay, this is what we're thinking of doing, and kind of giving your directorial kind of ideas.
Yeah, well, it was the first time, for sure, where it was like we met somebody that we could tell, hey, we got this idea, we're gonna do this, like. And for the most part, like I was the one coming up with the ideas, and then Makai would execute them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out Always TV. I know he don't do
Always
that no more, but
TV,
Always Music. Yeah. I seen Makai just recently too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got an insurance company.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and got married, beautiful kids. I think he's on his second one. So shout out Makai.
Right.
So yeah, that was like the first, because you guys had what 5-6 visuals for that project.
Yeah, that was the first time like we did I've done like a project with like that kind of bulk of videos. I mean, and in that time period, it wasn't happening a lot locally. I think the only person I knew that was doing that was Shake the Mayor. He's the only one that I knew that was like just knocking out hella videos for all the shit.
If you dropped a project, there was videos of most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, they were dope. If you guys haven't checked them out, go on YouTube and look up California Galaxy. There's, like I said, I think 6 songs. In the Dark, Round the Way.
New Bitches.
Oh, New Bitches.
Another Word. And
Another Word.
And All a Nigga Knows.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 5. It's 5 more.
So go check those out. And then so that's when we met. And then you moved and came back, and that's when you started the first one, which was
Otis Reed.
Otis Reed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then so over that time frame between, what was that, 13, 14?
2013, I did Otis Reed.
Yeah. So then you dropped a project every year after that, or like almost
every two, no, you know what? All right, so I did one project in 2013 that was Otis Reed, and then 2015 I did 2 projects, Odyssey and the Mind Activation of Otis Reed.
Yeah.
And like that's when I slowly just started handing over my like producer rights to Jukebox basically.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where it was like my last bit of like producing was done on those 2 records basically, and then I just started letting other people produce. I just started like being able to make up songs to other people's beats. You know what I mean? Like 'cause when I was in that zone with Halo, it was like we're creating together type shit. Like a lot. I mean, in Halo like was coming with beats and I was coming with beats, but like it was mostly Halo. But it was like we're coming up with this shit together type shit. You know what I'm saying? But like by the time after the Mind Activation, like I was just telling Jukebox what I wanted, and then Jukebox was doing it. You know what I mean? And he was killing it.
And so like that going up to that, like when 2020 hit, like how did that change anything that was coming out? Did you have a project out of that time, or were you just like kind of in the midst of
2020, like with their COVID?
When COVID dropped? Yeah.
2020, I was hanging out with my boy Jelly at the time, and he was like going through some shit. He was like he was just buying a bunch of like dancers every weekend and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like it was a different thing going on at that time period in 2020. So like, because COVID was going on and it was a lot of uncertainty and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just, I think we're just doing shit to get our mind off of shit. You know what I mean? Like, so, and then, that's when I did Euphoria in that time period.
And that was like, and that dropped in 2020?
2020, yeah.
Okay. And then like, were you trying to get clients and working in videos, or were you just working on your own shit?
You know what? I should have been like, because I knew that unemployment was going to end any day now. You know what I mean? Like, I just lost my job in 2020 of 7 years. And that was a turning point. I just was like, man, I got to go hard. I can't go work for nobody else. That was my mind state at that time.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really going hard. I was like getting the COVID relief money and shit like that. And having fun and just doing my music shit though. So like I was thinking like, you know, I can shoot all these videos and do this shit. I should be good. You know what I mean? Like man, my music is so dope. You know what I mean? You know, like having that mind frame. So
like, oh, we about to do this with the bitch open back up and shit. Like,
yeah. You know,
you didn't do any like virtual concerts or like go live.
I've never been a concert person. Like I don't perform much. I think I did like one show in 2020. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't do much shows. Like I don't move unless it means something or I'm motivated to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean that makes sense too because it less clutter in the months to have to struggle to get to the show and get your DJ right, get your show performance right.
And to be real with you, like there's people be something like, oh yeah, you gotta get in front of all these people. Like if you've been on tour like me and shit, the people there for what they want to see. You know what I mean? Like I remember being on tour with the Wiz tour and shit like that. We was opening up and they was like, we want Wiz. They don't want to fuck about.
Was it during your performance or was it before?
During.
Oh wow. Yeah. You're like, yeah, they're like, we want Wiz.
Like, like, we're cool with Wiz. We're on tour with Wiz.
Yeah, like, we're here for a reason.
We
were asked to be, part of this. Shit.
What are you saying, man?
That's crazy.
That shit that happened like in Sacramento or some shit. It didn't happen everywhere.
No, I know, but yeah.
It was like, damn, nigga, like right here, like right up the street. Like, fuck.
Yo, I'm not saying y'all whack, but get off stage, man.
Where my boy Wiz? Somebody said that. Just some nerd looking white dude.
Where my boy?
Beat your ass.
Where my boy at? Bring out my boy.
I was just playing. It was just like, yo, like, you really a disrespect me.
Yeah, right? I can see you, bitch.
It's more of us than it is you, motherfucker.
We'll hop off this bitch and make it funky.
We'll send your ass right back to Fresno.
That's hilarious. So yeah, so like during COVID, so when it started to open up, everything kind of just like started to pick up with the clients, and then you started to like more push.
Because like shit, it was like, well, shit, I gotta do something.
And was it easier because you could actually meet up with people? Nobody was really scared anymore at that point, like in 2021 type vibe.
Nobody was scared anyway.
Everybody, I mean, because I was moving. Like I moved to LA. I moved to LA and I moved to Vegas.
Motherfuckers was looking at me crazy for wearing a mask. I was scared. Motherfuckers was not scared, bro. Think about it. Like I said, my boys buying dancers every fucking week. They didn't give a fuck.
He said, "Booty."
I was like, damn, like hoes don't get COVID, bro.
Ass meat.
These hoes do not get COVID.
Ass meat. He said that booty sweat, keep it away.
That shit's crazy.
Nah, that's real though. Yeah, because I moved to LA to go to film school, and then I was doing Zoom classes, and I was in LA for like 2 months, and then my boy got a 5-bedroom house with a pool in Vegas. And he was like, "It's just me. Slide over here. We'll start recording music." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Be there in 7 hours."
Yeah.
Drove straight over there, and I was living in Vegas, and I was just chilling and turning up, going to spots, getting food. I mean, I wasn't eating anywhere, but just driving around doing shit. Yeah, I was outside the whole time. It was dope because nobody was outside besides the people that were like, "I don't give a fuck, I'm going outside." I said, "Me too. Like I've been grounded before." Yeah. What's the rules? Where can't I go? Okay, well I'm gonna go down the street then.
Yeah, I wasn't fucking with it, man. I wasn't fucking with COVID, bro.
And then when 2021 and 2022 came up, like, how many videos have you been involved with, or projects have you been involved with since then? Like,
too much to count, bro. I do it for a living. Like,
that's what I'm saying. They picked up and it started to move.
Yeah, I can't even. 2021 to now, I couldn't tell you. I've done too much videos.
That's a good one. That's a good number to have.
Yeah, bro. Like,
he said, I don't know that many.
I don't know. To be real with you, I don't know.
That's crazy. That's good though because
I've done commercials. I've done shit I forgot about. Like
plus the movie.
Yeah, fucking.
The movie, like I said, check it out.
Shot a movie last year. It's coming out this year.
So when it drops, we'll have links into in the description of the video. You can check it out. It's all of his information. So when the information comes from him, you can get it instantly. But yeah, that's amazing, dude. And And now your brother's out, so you're shooting all of his videos.
I got my brother in the movie too last minute because we had to do reshoots. Like right after he got out, we had to do reshoots.
Yeah, shout out TA.
Yeah, I got TA in the movie.
Shout out TA.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Yeah, man. And so like now you got the GOATIS album out.
Yeah.
You're looking to get the merch out.
Hell yeah. Yup.
Looking to maybe do any shows now for this project, or look to jump on a tour maybe like as a solo?
Nah, I do not perform, bro. If it's right, if it's done right.
He said, "Pay me, I'll show up."
If it's done right, I'll do it. Like I mean, bro, look at like when they say NBA YoungBoy, like he barely went on his first tour like recently, at the biggest rapper in the world for like the last couple years.
6 years, yeah, 5, 6
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying I'm like I got a couple shows though. I think I'm supposed to be on damn, there's a show downtown, like this festival downtown I'm supposed to do. And I feel like I should know this. Hold up. My bad.
No, that's all good. Yeah, because I know that the album itself, like, you know, everybody usually just streams and watches videos, and it's dope because Fresno is dropping a lot of videos right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like easier to get the information out, especially at the venues that are large enough to pay people in Fresno.
August 26th, Fulton Street Party.
Fulton Street Party. Go check it out. This episode will be out in a few days, so when you guys catch that, August 26th, go check him out. Plus, follow him on IG and Facebook and all of the other things.
Yeah, I am Otis Reed on everything.
Mm-hmm. And that way you'll be able to get all the information. Plus, we'll have it linked into the description, like I said earlier. So yeah, man, that's dope. And then on top of that, is there anything you're looking forward to this summer, or you know, in the later part of this year that you kind of got in the cuts? Maybe plotting and scheming on some, maybe
the
a project.
And just promoting this album, bro.
Okay.
That's where we at right now. You know what I mean? Just promoting this album, trying to find different avenues to get it promoted, and you know, that's just really what it is, bro.
Okay. Well, this episode will be called the GOATIS episode, so that way, you know, it'll be a lot easier to find. Everybody will get the link in the description to the iTunes and to the Spotify. Yeah, I'll get
Tidal,
them.
It's on everything on all platforms. GOATIS.
Yeah. So I'll share the link on the page. That way you guys can click.
I've had multiple people tell me it's the best shit they've ever heard out here.
Hey, I listened to it this weekend. I went through the whole catalog, and it, you know, when you get the chance to hear the progression of an artist, it's a way different listen to when you hear the album they just dropped.
Right.
And I normally don't do that, which I think now that I've done it, I will probably start doing that. Maybe listen to a couple albums before I listen to the new one.
Right.
Just to hear the progression. But this was a great experience to do it. It's your best project.
Word.
It is. I look forward to seeing the visuals that do happen to come out of it.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing with TA's visuals. I see what you're saying. Want to work with other, you know, people cinematically.
Right.
So that's going to be good to see what direction you take that. I know you're going to direct the shit out of those videos. And that way you can just be like, I'm just going to be the actor. I'm just going to be doing. And
yeah.
Which is crazy because the video I'm in, you're not even in that video.
Yeah. That was like my first time. Like just fully directing some shit. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Charlie Black did it. His name was Charlie Still back in the day, but yeah, Charlie Black did it. But I just told him, and it was all in my head. I didn't write nothing down.
Mm-hmm.
I just told him like, yeah, he's gonna wake up. This is happening. This is happening. You know what I mean? That shit felt good. Like to really control the whole shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think after that it was just the same shit. Like, I don't know if it's a power thing, I don't know what it is, bro, but like, it just feels good to be able to say like, this is me, I did that, you know what I'm saying?
And you look at it and you're like, damn, that was a good shot, that was a good thing. Yeah. No, because I remember you storyboarding it out loud. Like, I don't remember you writing it down, but I remember you talking about it, each scene, and then that's why I said when we did the shooting scene, you researched the gun and like with the trajectory and how to make the thing explode and what's the mixture and what's the best way.
They call it squib.
That shit tasted nasty.
Oh shit!
Because I had it in my mouth, I had to put it out.
Wait, I was like, what the fuck? How did you?
That shit tasted nasty, dude. It was like.
The crazy thing is, you could buy realistic looking blood now. Like we had a mix. Make a mix.
Yeah, it was like barbecue sauce and fucking mustard and something else.
It was something like something.
Yeah,
like,
it was not good.
What was it? It wasn't food coloring. It was something.
Yeah, it was like
that's not supposed to be digestible.
Yeah, I just put it in my mouth and spit it out, and then when they got me up,
I want to say Dan there want to say it could have been motor oil. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be fake blood, but I had to put some in my mouth because when I got shot, I like.
Yeah, it was your fucking idea to do that shit.
I was like, hey, dude, what if I just like a little bit?
Yeah.
That's all, and then I put it in my mouth, and I was like, oh.
That was on
after
you,
the
man.
shot, I was like, oh fuck, I drink beer, fucking.
That shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, but you were always down, like, so make it like, you took it to that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I was like, well, if I've seen people get shot, they blood comes out of their mouth. So
yeah. So
gotta be realistic. The holding of the hand too, like the
especially because you got shot in the stomach too. It's like you got shot in your shoulder and then through the stomach.
Yeah. So it was like, I'm there, like it's gonna come up. Yeah. So yeah, we researched for that, but that's dope because now I understand more too, like why you want to get another videographer. Yeah. Because there's so much detail you want to have per shot.
Word.
That it's like overloading you plus your performance plus this plus the
Yeah.
So all right, well I'm excited, dude. Like I can't wait to see which ones are singles that you do.
Word.
That are ready to go.
Hell yeah.
And we're doing the collab, hopefully. We'll talk about that too. But if we do, we'll have that in the link. You guys can see it'll be available on his site and then the Red Eye site, redeyecompany.com or redeyeindustries.com, both of them. One is for the strands and one is for the brands. And you guys can check those out. And then we have new stuff coming out. He'll be doing no shows this year, so the August 26th. Yeah, he said one
street party, August 26th.
This is the only podcast I'm doing besides my own. You guys doing another episode anytime soon?
What? Oh,
your podcast?
Hot and Cool? No.
Yeah.
Well, not saying no like that, but like until we get our shit together, like you know what I mean, then we'll get on it. We did one episode, but it was without V earlier this year at a pop up. And see, it's like being able to do stuff like that where we're actually like there's money being on the table and it's actually it means something.
Yeah,
it's conceptual and shit like that. Basically trying to figure out how to monetize it in a way where it makes sense.
Yeah. Sponsorships.
Yeah, that too.
Sponsorships.
Sponsorships locally is like, oh, we'll give you some free this or that. It's like, no,
I need you to pay
we don't
for
need
the
beer.
spot.
We don't need you. I don't drink beer, so I'm sorry. Like,
well, our sponsor gives us clothes in this, but they are also paying us to do this. So shout out to our sponsors. But no, yeah, it's good because they do like once you get a studio and once you start housing things, things of that nature.
Right.
But yeah, it'll do something. I mean, this one's like on episode 16 of season 2. So, I mean, it took a minute to build. Like, all of last year was really me just trying to find enough guests and meet new people. And then this year's been more of artists and stuff that I know that have established stuff and have things dropping that I wanted to present and, push out as well.
Yeah.
Use it as a platform of media, but also use it as, like, promotion for the people that I already know because there's a list of fucking artists and painters and everybody, you know what I mean? So I kind of felt like I'm going to mix it in this year, bring in new people every couple of episodes, but for the most part, bring in artists and stuff that I know.
Word.
And then especially dropping the project. Fee's coming on next episode. He just dropped his project.
Yeah, shout out.
Your brother's going to be after that somewhere down the line. He just dropped his project. Chef Rob's going to be on. He's got a new kitchen and stuff.
Chef Rob.
Vieira?
Is it the third somewhere there?
I think so, yeah, something like that.
I think he's on the movie. He's on the movie Trap House.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Yeah, shout out to Chef Rob.
Let me make sure.
He's coming up, and then we got TME coming up. So, you know what I mean? Like, this season, it was, like, really featuring people who also have a business.
Robert Ortiz?
No.
Oh, okay.
Rob Vieira. The one that has like a flower right here. Like,
oh, okay,
yeah.
Yeah, well, the homie
Peruvian Rob.
Chef Robert Ortiz, he's on the movie Trap House.
Oh, okay, dope. Shout out to him too. You know what I mean? No, same shit. Hey, all love. If they're out here chefing it up and cooking it up, we gotta give him props too.
Word.
His whole thing is we're gonna do it out in Lost Lake, and he's gonna chef up something, cook it up there. I talked to TME, see if we can get some drone shots of like for the food.
Shout out to TME, man.
Yeah. Trying to make some things happen. We'll definitely work with you on a couple of them too, because when we do your brothers, I'll probably hire the company to shoot it.
Hell yeah. Hit me up.
Well, I mean, technically you hit the button on that one, so
On the phone, so you're
I'll invoice you.
yeah.
I'm fucking weird.
That's dope. But yeah, so it's been dope, man, having you here. I appreciate you stopping by the podcast. It's been a great talk. I mean, letting everybody know too about all the projects and the stories and stuff was great. And then we'll be supporting everything you got going on this year.
Yeah,
you know, we got more shit to come up. I got a project coming out. I'll show you some of the material of it. So
hell yeah, send that.
Dash is on it, and so
yeah.
But it's actually like me writing again, and actually like the Do Work project was good, but it was supposed to be sarcastic because of trap music at the moment, and nobody got that. Everybody thought that's how I rapped.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, I kind of do, but I don't. But the topic matters is a different one.
I've never heard your shit like that, like where you rapping and shit. So yeah, like
it's gonna be good. Yeah, it's a surprise, but it's also the project itself is like laid out to be like really something you would put on and listen to.
Word.
So it's a vibe.
Hell yeah.
So it's up to me. It's up to me to fuck it up by putting stupid shit on it. You know what I mean? But,
let me hear
but you're right though. Like the songs, they do write themselves. Like I have the material, like they fit and they feel right, and everything that's coming out feels like it goes with. So that's coming up.
Let me hear a song.
Stop talking about it. So yeah, so so also we got a special thing every time we have artists on. We always have a performance. I say always. We had it one time. It was Brandon Freeman. But we'll be having a performance by my man Otis Reed. He'll be performing which song?
Mr. Nice Nigga.
Mr. Nice Nigga off of the new GOATIS album. Go check that out on iTunes, Spotify, and all streaming platforms. Follow you at I am Otis Reed on all platforms, all social media platforms. And if you guys need any video work, hit them up for the same thing, and get this shit going. Let's link everybody together. Plus, you got merch coming and all that other good stuff. So it's gonna be a hot summer. Yeah, it's gonna be a hot GOATIS summer.
Hot goat summer.
Hot goat summer. So yeah, you can check that out. Thank you guys for coming and checking in on us. We'll be back next week with another great episode. This week's episode is amazing. Thank you to my man Otis Reed for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
It's always a blessing to have great people come in and represent Fresno and show the world what we got going on. That way we can spread it outside. When I say the world famous Do Work podcast, I actually do mean it. I'm in like 4 different countries, and like 22 states, and then like 37 cities in California, plus Canada and Mexico, which I don't really consider those different countries because they're connected, but still. So overseas countries and then Canada and Mexico. So everybody's checking on us and seeing what's up. So listen to his music, check any merch that he has available, and enjoy this performance by my man Otis Reed. See you guys next week. This is the world famous Do Work podcast. I am Scientifics. This is Otis Reed. You know what it is. Threes, bitches.
Yup.
That's it.
Fucking Mr. Nice Nigga. Yeah. Swear it's pathetic how I'm empathetic. Gave you an inch, you took a mile, and now my ass regret it. Mr. Nice Nigga. Soon as you tell a nigga no, they wanna wish you dead it. So my advice to my younger self, you can't depend on no one else, and don't expect a favor return when you reach out to help. Mr. Nice Nigga. Soon as you jog their memory when you in need, they wanna fight with you, sucking all the life from ya. When you was down and out, they didn't cry, lose an inch of sleep at night, nigga. Your problems out of mind and out of sight, nigga. You know I'm right, nigga. Let me enlighten niggas. Give them the lube and they will fuck your ass in oppositions. You never have my best interest, don't gotta lie to kick it. Mr. Nice Nigga. Mr. Nice Nigga. Yeah. Go this out now. Go check that shit out.